Well, alrighty, class. Last time we woke up the automaton, the cogwork heart boyo. We got 2 pieces of the song already. One I had already earned back in the forum, and one that I got down here. Or not. It's still listed there. Oh, whoa. Right. I need to actually get the song still. I got the instrument thingy. What am I talking about? I got the thing I needed to put on a gramophone. And so if I take it back there, I should be able to... Don't chase me, it's rude. Goodbye, y'all. See, I got a few different things I could work on. There we go. Let's go back to the Grand Beltway real quick. Because if I head here, I can convert over to this. And we can head back to Ballard. Because I have new oil apparently, and let's not forget about that, because that's just unnecessarily making things hard for me going forward if I don't use that correctly. She up there? She is up there. She kind of retired to this location. We are lucky to have you, Miss Traveler. In Ballard, you are always welcome. You and your big, sharp blade. I wonder what your priority is. Oh, I have some money to spend too, and probably not here. At some point here, when I am out of either ideas, but I don't really care about my house. I'm given more reason to. And let's see if some of these respond or not. Bone Bottom and Songclave. I could try to do a transport trip to Songclave because I've never done it before. Just to do them all once. Yeah, Bone Bottom showing up again makes me confused. Because I'm like, is it just a repeatable for farming? It's admittedly a very short trip, so I could find out by just doing it real quick again. And see if it comes back again. Or if this one's like different in some way. Do I have any more of these? Ah, that relic you possess. A cylinder of the Citadel's sacred vault. That there is a mighty find. You will give it, yes? I will not, Seeker. To extract what knowledge it holds, the cylinder requires a listening device, one you do not possess. If it were passed, whatever secrets it contains would remain forever hidden from us both. Ha! If it will not speak to me, I do not want it. Don't trouble me until you have something worth my taking. It's my calling, it is, to gather the relics of the past. Look at my collection if you fancy. Look. Okay. I was not sure if I had something else. I have more oil, Pinmaster. Its acquisition was no small task. It was kind of a small task. But if it aids my blade, those challenges will be well rewarded. Even more oil? What preposterous luck. That unseen gift in quantity unheard. Discovered by a single bug. Would you pass the oil, Traveler? And perhaps a few rosaries for the ongoing effort? Allow this Pinmaster again to work wonder upon your blade. My money! It's obviously worth it, but dang, I wanted to buy things. what with how money be rare. Good sentence, really came out smoothly. Well done. What miracle to work again upon steel so fine. Few pins left in Pharloom could attain such a sheen. You must tell me, traveler, wherever did you come upon so splendid a weapon?
That's fine.
The blade was a gift, given by a noble tribe of my homeland. They forged the strongest steel, though it is rarely seen beyond their hive. That tribe has now long passed, and with them the secrets to their craft. Ah, if they are gone, it's a rarer piece than would be guessed. But what grand luck for this humble Pinmaster to have worked with such a weapon. If ever upon your long road more oil is acquired, seek my service with haste. Who knows what form we could find deeper within your blade, sharpened steel. Accents that I don't know how to do. So I'm just like, I'm kind of like iterating on it in real time while I go. All because he got a mustache, basically. So many benches next to other benches. Wow. Okay. I'm even stronger now. Let's go to the blasted steps real quick because I believe I still have enough to buy that guy as one. And I think I never bought it because it was too expensive. And then I was going to go get it, but then I found a different one elsewhere. I think it was the old lady, the greedy lady from Songclave was the one that I ended up getting it from, so I still don't have the one from Blasted Steps. And I sure would like to get all the... There's a number of things I want to... Like, I just want to get every tool I can, even if I'm not necessarily going to end up using them, just because I want to progress storylines that may or may not exist with each NPC. But obviously anything that increases my health or my silk and like obvious permanent upgrades, like that's a big priority. There you are. Clamp that shit. I think it's exactly twice as big as it started as now. Oh. Yeah, I just got the achievement, acquired all spool fragments. So that's it. How much game is left? I actually don't know what's up. I might want to go back to the slab at this rate because maybe I didn't get it, but maybe it's doable. Because like the map's looking really filled in, and I got 2 different achievements for finding all of the different fast travel points in the entire game. Now I just got the achievement for finding every single spool fragment. I don't think I have the achievement for finding every single health upgrade, which I assume exists because they seem to give you an achievement like that for all of the related things. Hive steel needle, long sewing tool, uniquely balanced for combat. The highly refined blade reveals its hive steel banding. Covered in hexagons now. Hive steel. Always with the hexagons. Head on back. Almost missed. Alright, was not expecting to get that update. So if I were to go on a horrific journey all the way to Songclave, how wouldst I do it? From Ballard to Songclave sounds kind of awful. We now have the Whispering Vaults connected to there. So if I can go through the underworks safely, I could go all the way up and over there. Which would then take me to Songclave, at which point I can also go visit the guy to get the song. I could obviously just warp there right now, but I have a thing. I could try doing it. A chunk of it is a retread of the same route as before. But this time I'm allowed to go slow and just try not to take damage. Reward 360. That's a big one. That's like half an item. Up, up, in the big citadel. A new place, we heard, is now claimed safety safe. Days too needing our deliveries, we assure. That citadel, we know its truths. Not so nicely nice as Pilgrim tells. Even if brave bugs would settle, danger is still close. They would need deliverings for food, for healings, for protection. Please takes them, Miss Courier. Okay, so they haven't asked for any more supplies at the other town yet. That's why I'm unsure about whether or not they're recurring missions or not, or if specifically Bone Bottom just has 2 for some reason, or more. Let's just try to get there very carefully, starting off with the route we were taking before, and then I'll have to, once I'm in the Underworks, take a different path. But if I'm lucky, I've already been practicing the hard part, and maybe the part after that isn't as hard. I don't know. I don't have Whispering Halls memorized in that same way. Oh boy. Extra precautions to avoid taking any hits. Because thankfully I don't have to go fast. So it really is just about avoiding all hits for as long as possible. Right, I need the elevator. I'm wondering where 2 NPCs are now. The cog guy that I revived, and also he reminded me of the fact that previously I freed somebody else, and I feel like I haven't seen them since. Were they like a praying mantis or something? Oh, that was close. I think they were like a praying mantis or something. No. Oh, God. Bad start. Okay. A little tempted to go back and give up. Didn't have that. I'm immediately out of practice, so that room, I was like, wait a minute. Smart to just go for horizontal movement, or... Then there's this hell. Oh god. Ugh. Okay. 1 hit. Okay, let's go back. Brutal. I don't even remember taking that many hits. Did I take... Do the fires do 2 pips of damage or something? I logged out, but I still have it. I need a wall to run into, and it's surprisingly hard to find a wall I can run into around here. Wait. Oh, this. Why can't I find a wall to run into? I'm trying to kill this stupid thing. There we go. Genuinely couldn't find a wall to run into. Everything's a floating platform and a sloped thing. That's wild. It's listed as a wish. I'm trying to remember. I think they might have all been listed as wishes. Like, if it is just like a repeatable one-off thing, you wouldn't expect it to be in the wish system necessarily. But I guess they might just nominally denote it as such because you're committing to a task. But yeah, I don't remember getting hit 4 times because I was down to 1 health and there's 5 total. I thought I got hit, unfortunately, twice on the way in and then once by a fireball. But maybe I miscounted? Or maybe fireballs hit for 2. They hit for 2 health, but I didn't think the pips would work the same way. Because that's just mean. I don't remember them doing 2 damage when I had the meat. So I was looking at how long to beat for this game, a website that estimates game durations based on people just self-reporting their own playthrough lengths. And it's foggy. The idea of how long a game is foggy, so they have like 3 different definitions to try to give people different impressions of what it might be, like main story plus doing other stuff, or completionism. That's the foggiest one, is the difference between more than main story and completionism. Some games really have like a reasonable amount of time you would put into them that like you could almost agree on what a bonus playthrough might be with more stuff. And then other ones, it's just really unclear how it's different from completionism, or like what percentage you would count, or it's never really sure what the middle one means. Finish this before I continue thinking, because this room sucks. Oh god, it's just so luck based, honestly. But anyway, what really startled me is that the how long to beat for this game is almost identical on all 3 metrics to Clair Obscur, the monstrously long JRPG French thingy that I just played. Definition of JRPG up for debate or whatever, but who cares? And I'm like, what do you mean the sequel to Hollow Knight is as long as Clair Obscur? I don't understand. It's funny because so many Metroidvanias I've played over the years are like 5 to 8 hours long. It's kind of a genre that's known for being a bit short, because you kind of just like quickly get all the tools and then suddenly you just kind of like a free reign of the place. Granted, for a while there, because of the death of Castlevania at Konami's hands and Nintendo's general disinterest at their non-flagship franchises and how they'll just let them languish forever. I need to go right instead, actually. This is the divergent point. There weren't really any true Metroids or Vanias, so it was mostly indie games. But this is one of those. So it still remains surprising that it long as fuck. Like, I would never expect this to be as long as Clair Obscur. And it really calls into question in interesting ways how games spend your time and the divergences between such, because like this game feels less long than Clair Obscur so far. Partly it's because I haven't played it as long as Clair Obscur, obviously. So haha, great observation, bro, because I haven't beaten it. But it is wild to think about. And some of it is, yeah, like a game like Clair Obscur has so much repetition by literally having you do the same encounters over and over again over the course of a map and so on. Both games have backtracking and secret hunting, which inflates things a bit if you're the type to do that. And you're much more the type to do that in this game's case because you're playing a genre that's basically about that. I'm still fully healthy all the way this deep. It's looking good. Yeah, I do find Silksong's approach much more enjoyable if we're going to compare how games spend your time. Because this game does have repetition to it. It has you replaying levels over and over again, often recontextualized by the new power you have. New methods of traversal. Man, I forgot about the weapon upgrade. I'm actually chewing through these people. It's also interesting because this is such a long, non-linear game, but it's able to hold on to your having a reasonable difficulty curve for so much of that duration. partly by just being hard, but it's also like hard in a way that's less subjective or inconsistent, I guess. This elevator is actually probably a good shortcut for cutting down along this length without taking an ultra route that might be more dangerous. Then go through the stage, which should be empty, and so on. Like, I have long videos talking about my many issues with Clair Obscur, which I think is still a good game, but it has really strange structure and really strange difficulty curves based around all of its messiness that it has going on with its parry system, making it hard to tell what the intended difficulty ever is, because you could kind of beat any encounter at any point in the playthrough without having any upgrades, technically, if you're just good enough, which makes it really foggy from player to player what the difficulty curve is even supposed to be like. Then it has a crazy upgrade system that makes it really hard to tell what a character is even supposed to be shaped like, because of how insanely loose and open the stuff gets, and how you can completely invest so many pictos into one person and so on. There's just a lot about that game that's just very strange. But it's also very repetitive, unfortunately, in the way that I was worried it would be, because it was taking after JRPGs. And I prefer that to not be the case. And I think that Hollow Knight's and Silksong's approach to repetition content reuse, I guess, is just more interesting, because it's so heavily exploration-based, and you're going on self-driven journeys, except for some cases where you're given a very literal and explicit objective and quest to go here. There are like fetch questy things going on there, but so much of the game is you self-directing your exploration and moving at your own pace. And the combat, the majority of it is just quick, simple, do some swipes at people, they do some swipes at you, and it's over in a few seconds. And for boss fights, it's very tight and intense. So the difficulty curve in combat design is very tight and breezy in a way that's very enjoyable. You have to go bottom left to continue here. Wasn't that the thing here? Shit. Oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble with how I got lost in this map last time. Ah! Is it here? How do you go up? God damn it. This map pisses me off. The literal map in the actual, like, the zone kind of, but also just the map. Like, I'm just like, what is this level shape like, damn it? The map tells me there's just a door up here, then I go there and I don't see a door, and then I'm being attacked, and I'm like, fuck, I'm relying on you, you dick. Just like, please don't hit me. I'm obviously a bit stressed because of the investment of doing... No! God damn it. You're being that careful, I take a damage that way. Oh, it's up here, I think? Yeah, we're basically there. Ah, I almost had a perfect run. That should be it. Did I give it to you? Caretaker, I bring supplies from the town of Bells below the citadel. And badly needed they are, Miss Bellringer. Ain't much finding or foraging happening with this mob. Or with them choir types all stalking about the chambers beside. Yay, I'm good at thing. Take some beats for your efforts, Miss Bellringer. And know this sad lot will be surviving a little longer thanks to you. He wants to pretend that he doesn't care. Boy, he cares. They're convincing themselves that all those healing supplies are a sign of the holy nature of the citadel. I'm like, you almost got murdered by horrible monsters trying to get those. The laugh, it sounded like they were enjoying themselves. They don't repeat the original dialogue anymore to remind me of the original context. Somebody's laughing somewhere. Could it have been the stage? Was that what it was about? I can buy things from you, but I can also get the craft medal, which adds to my total towards the other stuff too. gonna get the craft medal and the coral commandment. Be a little completionism. It's a little goofy because I could buy this item right now, but I'm getting craft medal to get another item elsewhere later for even more money. Ultimately, it's just I'm just trying to buy all the things, man. I wonder if I can ever jump high enough to get over this wall. It feels like a dare. I don't know what's going on with these maps. There's two spots here where the map just kind of fades away. Here and up here in Memoriam. There's two spots where it feels like the map might continue. You might be, and there's even negative space here and there where you could potentially keep going if you get outside these boundaries. And here, it's getting past this wall. Over there, it'd be just going up, I guess. You might be able to explore upward. It reminds me of the types of area like where Samus would land her ship. Because the whole Metroidvania zone is full of crazy, chaotic, specific, restrictive hallways that keep you kind of tied in, and you try to figure out the secret within them. But Samus usually lands her ship in just a big open area. Ow, shit. Damn. Surprising me with this reach over here. Yeah, short of knowing some crazy late game tech that isn't taught to you in some of these cases, you usually can't do much in the starting area of a Metroid game, but then you come back later with some sort of crazy power and suddenly you can like access a crazy place that was off in the fog, vertically hidden away or something. But Super Metroid's a super weird fucking video game, specifically. Out of all of them, specifically Super Metroid's really strange in some ways. Super Metroid is the one that has a bunch of weird, crazy tech that the game kind of never teaches you. Just secret inputs. They might be in the... Maybe they're in the game manual. But what was very funny is I played all of Super Metroid, and I slowly picked up on some of the weird tricks. But specifically Super Metroid's demo, I think people would call it sometimes. The pause screen demo, which is when it just like automatically starts doing gameplay footage on the start menu if you don't press anything. It shows Samus doing a billion crazy things and accessing impossible stuff super early in the demo of the game. And I'm like, huh. Like, I have never played a video game before where when you let the game just sit on the start screen, a speedrunner starts playing. Like, you always see like, oh, look at this level, look at that level. And they're often not playing that good. Or just playing generic, normal, you wouldn't have an opinion about how they're playing kind of stuff. Just it's a demo. But specifically, the Samus that takes over on the start screen of Super Metroid is up to some crazy bullshit. And you're like, how are they doing that? Where are they going? Vaultkeeper, I recovered a psalm cylinder in the dark chambers below here. I believe it contains the melody unique to these vaults. I would have you play it for me now. Kakat. She has visited the pontiff's depths and stolen the sacred song. Where is your respect, Weaver spawn? Our venerable dead deserve better than to have their chambers transgressed by your filthy foraging. In this moment, Vaultkeeper, I have slim patience for your impudence. Either prepare the cylinder and stay silent, or ready yourself to learn regret. Damn. We have 4 now. Oh, no, that was a different color. He paid me to talk down to him. Damn. It's Simp Central in this game. Sacred melody of the Vaultkeepers, coveted and claimed by the pontiff below the Whispering Vaults. The Weaver spawn. She has found it, our pontiff's sacred cylinder stolen from the dark below. Never, states our law, never must our melody pass to a bug-knot keeper, but you, fool weaver, would shatter those tenets with reckless ease. Your pontiff is gone, Vaultkeeper. Your fellows have fallen to husk or thread. What laws once bound these vaults died with them. Ack! Fine. Cursed she, claim the sacred song, and pain to you if we both are damned forever for it. There's no God, don't worry. Yay. You learn the Vaultkeeper's melody. One part of the threefold melody entrusted to the secretive Vaultkeepers. Divine music. The soul of Pharloom eternal laid bare, that our cursed age could still receive such blessing. So, Weaver spawn, our melody is yours now, held in mind to carry beyond our walls. Was the learning worth its thieving? It was, Vaultkeeper. This place fucking blows. And note to me, your service continues. Keep the cylinder safe, along with the others I may bring. Hello. Oh, I haven't even looked at this menu yet. 2 down, 1 to go. It's funny that I already had 1 of them done, but it looks like I don't have 2 of them done. So I'd already played the High Halls in advance. But Cogwork Core is up there. Whispering Halls was a place I hadn't explored yet either. So at least there's that. But yeah, given that this is my current objective once again, I might want to explore a bit once again and see what else I can accomplish. It also might be time to face my fears. Don't want to do that. Sure don't want to do that at all. But there's a certain challenge that I thought was some hot bullshit. And it did make me really unhappy. But we've been through some worse shit since then. And also, notably, I think I have like multiple mobility upgrades since then, and health upgrades, and damage upgrades. So it might crumple before me this time, admittedly. Ah! Not to mention the platforming gauntlet that I think I have to do on the way out, which I accessed once, but then the fight was so frustrating I didn't even want to do that again. Spider strings. Kind of just tempted to give myself as few rosaries to lose as possible before I go in there. The completionist in me is dragging me back, even though it upsetties me. Back to the Grand Bellway, and then back to the far fields to try this nightmare once again. Sorry, my sinuses are just like immediately not having. Sometimes the act of talking just starts like shaking things loose. It feels like where it's like, God damn it! No, I thought I was ready to. I thought I was good. He's so friendly. Why can't I adopt more lifelong friends through combat? In real life. There's a path here on the right. Oh, how dangerous is this? Because this is like, never mind. This is the fucking nightmare gauntlet I did to open that door earlier. Yeah, a few things have happened. I believe I had glide or something before, but now I have wall jump. Not wall jump. I now have double jump. I'm trying to remember what else I might have gotten that's new. At minimum, I have double jump now, and I don't remember if I had the spear throw back then or not, but if I did, I wasn't necessarily used to the idea of using it on my enemies. Even though the game had technically taught me that. No boss fight this time. It's been twice, so I'm always going to be bracing myself. So one of the things I can potentially do is throw my spear at the enemies in midair. Oh god. And then use that to get even more airtime, potentially. Hello. I'll grant you my courtesy, stray one. I'll even offer aid where I'm able. Just don't be hanging around too long. I may not be a fan of the Citadel, but I'm smart enough to avoid its ire. Yeah, we are familiar with you. But I don't know how much the Citadel's ire is noticeable at this rate. I feel like I could tell her that the Citadel's kind of dead and only reanimated via corpse nonsense. And they don't seem to leave. So no one ever seems to be coming down here. I say that, but I was hunted from here from a different land. Be it the framing device of just, or not framing device, but the justification for this game taking place on a new map. Originally, Silksong was designed to be the Hornet DLC for Hollow Knight. It was supposed to be on the same map. I think they realized that they designed her to be too tall, and she was obviously going to be based around moving relatively quickly and covering distances. And so just overall, like, it makes sense that you make these games to be about the design of the particular character. I should equip the Magma Bell next time. I forgot to do it this time. It makes sense that you design the character and their abilities, and then you figure out what to do with the character, with the world and the level design based on that. So it's a bit weird to... Oh, god damn it. I forgot what this place is shaped like. It'd be a bit weird to, like, try to create a character that fulfills the fantasy of playing as Hornet based on the character that you had seen up to that point, but also she has to control, play the same levels that were designed for Hollow Knight, or the Knight from Hollow Knight. Which makes sense, because similarly, Shovel Knight had multiple planned character DLCs, and they took longer and longer to come out. And in particular, like, the original idea was just new characters to play through the campaign with, and increasingly each character had to have completely new custom maps designed for them, and entire campaigns designed for them, until they got further and further from the original Shovel Knight design, and just kind of were bonus games. And I think they made 3? I think I played all of them, if I remember correctly. It was like Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and King Knight, I think. And that one was a fucking card game half the time. I played all of them, if I remember correctly. I kind of thought they were going to make more, or I wish they would make more, just because it was kind of a fun thing to come back for every now and then. I have to be a little careful because my damage is actually so high that I might be really caught off guard by how quick some of the guys die that I think I'm going to pogo off of. Ow. Okay, no, this still kind of sucks, doesn't it? God damn. Being attacked by a guy that shoots 2 damage fire at you while also being in a room full of lava with no floor that does 2 damage to you. And then you could take both damage sources at the same time, basically. That's a nightmare. The Magma Bell is blue. I was removing the... Yeah, I'll probably remove the polyp pouch. Not sure how much I want to use my traps, my tools during that fight, because it's just more chaotic controls. Not totally sure what to do with the strengthens the effect of the needle in item. Do I want the increased healing? Spawning wisps to fight for me would be kind of nice, but I might lose the ability to throw my spear. I think the main thing is just to equip the magma bell. And this time, remember that I also wanted to try to incorporate the throw into my strategy. I'm still not used to throwing it at enemies, admittedly. There's obviously the platforming enemies like these guys. But I'm not always sure what's going to even happen if I throw it at an enemy that's trying to fight me. Like if they're going to hurt me in the process is the concern. This is the wrong spot. Not those platforms above magma. These platforms above magma. Yeah, I totally had to do the wall jump before, huh? The further we the further we get, the lazier I get about platforming because I can just double jump and other stuff like that. There's so many areas where I'm like, oh right, there was like all these steps involved in platforming to this level. And now I just double jump. All the work that they had to make you go through so you could just get around stuff like that. Yeah, you want to slow fall through all this because the spikes will get you. And even in the middle, the platforms have spikes. And then even, oh, and then that part's super precise. Ow. Still hurt me, but not that bad, given that he killed me last time. Ow. I thought you were gonna be dead. Okay. That's actually the whole fight? Wow. Oh god. Okay. Well, that was pretty easy. Combination of just throwing needles, everything having... Oh, then there's a mask shard. So there's at least 2 left in the game. Assuming that the... Because you figure they're probably going to stop exactly at an upgrade interval. This really looks like it's supposed to be a breakable wall. Huh. Remember that I have this ability? I never do. I really rely on the quickness of her attack, so the idea of having to rely on such a big, slow charge up is like kind of terrifying to me. If I was smarter though, you definitely would charge it up during, yeah, you have like full mobility while it's charged. Can you even do a throw? You can't do a throw, because that's technically using the needle in, huh? Alright, so that was a mask charge. I just kind of quickly popped by and wiped out that entire challenge that plagued the back of my brain for so long. Don't these flying things, don't these remind you of the Metroid Samus's ship icon in Metroid games? I keep thinking about that. Okay, we got it. That's nice. I'm already that far along too. 2 more mask shards since the last upgrade, which felt pretty recent itself, so the map's just kind of collapsing around me and I'm getting everything, so it does feel like I'm really close to beating the game, which is surprising because I'm in what the game calls Act 2. And that is an unusual number of acts for a game to have, so I expect there to be an Act 3. But maybe it's just on a different map entirely. They could do that. It's possible. No one can stop them. It's a video game. They have unlimited power.